Hi! Welcome, everyone. We're here.
We're here.
We made it.
It's the cult show in the basement for Bound.
Bound.
And that's how you say it. There's an exclamation point at the end.
I know, there needs to be, right?
Yeah.
We're bound for heat, baby, because it's hot.
Oh my god, it's fucking hot in our part of the world, in California. In this basement particularly, we're over a hell mouth. And it's just flumes, hell flumes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Texas 113 degrees, 15 days straight hot, but it's as if we're
Might
holding
as well
our
be.
Yeah, you're holding our
Yes.
feet over the hot coals of Texas.
Roasty toasty. Roasty toasty.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, hey, welcome everyone.
Oh, hi.
It's Friday. We're
Yeah.
here together again
Yay.
Sure.
to discuss, to laugh.
It's a Caleb pick.
It is a Caleb pick.
Yeah.
Caleb, what'd you pick?
I picked Bound.
Oh, see, that was a little different inflection. I like it.
Like
Ah.
kind of bouncing, bounding.
Bound.
Oh, got it. Okay, bound.
Well, since we're all here, we're all warm, but we all have a beverage.
Yep.
Shall we toast the occasion?
Let's toast to the people.
To you.
To you. Chin chin. Yeah, pay no attention to producer Scott giving away a false location so that you can't come find us where we are in this basement. Anyway,
That's right.
should we talk about
Let's talk
a little
about
show and tell?
us.
A little what you been up to, what you been watching.
We call it a square table around here.
What about a triangle table?
Triangular
Tri-table.
What you been doing?
I kind of want us to all hold hands while we talk about this in the sharing
I
circle.
can't reach.
Close enough.
I can't
Okay,
reach.
perfect. I'll start us off. I watched something that I have been very, very tardy on.
Okay.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Ah,
I'm a big Marvel fan. I knew I was gonna like it. I didn't know how much I was gonna like it though, because I do enjoy the Thor movies. But he's kind of like, yeah, I love you, buddy. But I mean, I really liked it a lot. I thought it was really powerful and, of course, hilarious, but just really unexpectedly like moving. I had Sandra tears.
really? Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
which is, for those who don't know, it's my
You
eyes
had
well
more
up.
than Sandra tears. You had tears.
My eyes well up,
Wow.
but it's like it's hard to make a drop fall, but I will have like a trickle. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's powerful and
Liked
a
it?
great
Alright.
soundtrack. It's just like visually, plus goats.
The goats.
The
screaming
goats.
goats.
I was just
Yeah.
going to say the goats. You know, that's the
That's
thing
good.
that really stands out in my mind. What is it? Skull Crusher and
Oh, they
remember?
well, in the real goats in the mythology,
mythology.
they have their names are, I think it's
like
Tooth Gnasher and
Gnasher
Tooth
Basher
Cutter or something like that.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. All right.
They're fabulous in any language. Getting real excited for Barbara. I see your shirt. Barbara and I go way back. I love the bitch. I can't wait for the movie. I'm also one of those. I'm also excited for Oppenheimer, and I'm going to try to read the book that's based on
Okay.
before the movie comes out, because I am super fascinated with the Manhattan Project and all that stuff. Barb is my first priority, but Oppie's not far behind.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Barbappy?
I got to keep Barb happy.
No, Barbappy. Heimer. Bob.
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer.
Trying to scissor the two.
Barbenheimer will
It wasn't.
do.
It didn't work, obviously.
It does now.
Barbenheimer jingle. Barty Schmidt.
It's my name too.
All right, calm down, you two. It's going off the rails. Let's see. Again,
That's
not a
pretty
lot.
late.
I started watching Secret Invasion. The,
Oh, yeah.
Sam Jackson on Disney Plus.
How we feeling?
2 episodes in, kind of hard to tell.
Hard to
Like,
tell.
Still setting things up. Movie opened today. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
What did we think?
I've seen it twice now. I liked it. I
You
thought,
had a good time.
Yeah.
Tell the haters to
It's
back
never
off.
it's never gonna touch the originals, and they're not gonna take them away. They're still there.
They're still right the
so
fuck there,
it's
people.
just, I thought this was a nice way to just conclude.
Yeah.
The
Put a little
character.
bow on it.
Yep.
So, and then finally, finally, and you said you've been like a long time coming on Thor: Love and Thunder. I finally finished Our Flag Means Death.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? Happy Pride Month, everybody. And we're happy.
I have limited access to. Oh, very happy. I loved it. I mean,
Did you cry? I cried.
I
cried a little.
Did you?
No,
All right.
I don't think I cried, but I just like things are handled so sensitively, about.
Oh, yeah.
And I know it's not realistic about how things really are or were or whatever, but
No.
I just thought, no, it was just a lot of fun. I usually had just a nice big smile on my face, or was just, slapping my knee or whatever. But loved it.
Slapper.
Glad I finally got to see that. Now I gotta wait for season 2.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
It ends on a major cliffhanger.
Oh. Righteous Gemstones
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
came back.
Yeah.
I've just watched the first 2.
Yep.
I
I as well.
God, I love that show so much.
I still, the sister is just the best.
My favorite's Keith. I live for Keith. I think
Of
he's
course.
so
Of course.
funny. And I love the way he was so mean to that lady in that first episode. He's my favorite. I mean, really, I can't do without any of them. And Uncle Baby Billy. The name
He hasn't come
says
back
it.
yet, but
no, because they know when to hold them, when to fold
back.
them.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Walton to come back in. He's
That's
awesome.
all. I just had to put that
Well,
out there.
We are in love with Taika Waititi, clearly, because we're also waiting for What We Do in the Shadows. I mean, that man.
Yeah.
We're anxiously waiting. We don't have
Yeah,
long.
that's coming up too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Can't wait for Taika to come back
A couple weeks ago.
a Taika produced whatever epic thing.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
Still got his DNA on it.
Yeah, it's sprinkled. You use a black light, you can see it. It's all over. Okay.
What about you?
I am
Uh-oh.
happy, nay, I am over the moon to report I have finished The Walking Dead. I made it through my hate watch. It has concluded. I am free. I can go about my business.
Can I
Did you watch the
confess
movie
something
though?
to you?
On Shudder?
No.
Can I confess something to
There's
you?
a movie
Yeah.
on Shudder.
Come here. I gave up and I read the whole Wikipedia and every Walking Dead wiki. It was 3 a.m. I went down a fucking rabbit hole and I was like, I'm sorry, Neil, but I'm out.
You noped out.
No, and I read the whole damn thing.
Well, I took it on the chin then for all of us. So
Yeah, you did.
I sat there.
I'm not saying I'm not going to, but
I can't commit to that.
No. Yeah.
It was a lot. It's kind of funny because now I'm sitting at home like, what the hell am I going to watch now?
Whatever you want, you're
Yeah.
free.
I know.
Even though you hated, maybe you can finish Final Girls.
Maybe, yeah.
The book, yeah.
You want to read?
You got all this free time
My
now.
pearls.
Pick up a
My
book.
purpose. Anyway, I'm
What
very
did you
happy.
think? You happy? You liked it?
You-
Well, okay, because it's weird because now we
Excuse me.
have all these spin-off shows, so it's almost like the end of that show was moot.
So, yeah, okay, so there was Fear the Walking Dead, right? Which was the second spin-off.
And that's ending?
I don't know, is it?
Morgan's leaving. I know that he announced
my
that.
goodness.
He said, I'm done with this shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not caught up in that at
And
all.
then there's City of the Dead, and then there's going to be Daryl Dixon dead
the
in
Dead.
France.
Dixon of the Dead, and then...
Yeah.
So is that movie the one with Negan
what's her name?
No,
Connie?
that's City of the Dead. It's a TV show.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I've seen the advertising on Shudder of that. Her and...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Maggie.
Yeah.
Blah. So,
And I know
My,
they
my
jump
head
ahead
was
in
saying
the
Connie,
future.
but I knew that wasn't right.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
where they're in New York.
They're in
it
New
looks
York,
like they're
City
in
of
a
the Dead.
city, yeah.
Yeah.
Then that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Not a movie.
Not a movie.
And I'm sure you guys at home were screaming at me.
Like, kill you motherfucker. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's like my... Yay!
You got through it. You don't
Yes.
know how you feel about it. You're not exactly happy.
No, you know what? I felt like it was a completion because I started it the very first episode the day it came on,
Mhm.
that Halloween in 2010, whenever it was.
Same.
I was there. I done my trick at my haunted house,
Yeah.
put my butt down in the chair and watched it, and I was like, "Holy crap, this is amazing!" And then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
I remember you were the first person I ever talked about it.
oh, okay,
I was a little later, but you know how I watched it the first time for season 1?
no,
What?
Discs from Netflix.
Jesus!
Or I'd get one disc
Yes.
at a time.
Yeah, we just didn't know each other back then, but I would have talked about it then.
We would have walked. Yeah, we would have been all over it. Let's see what else. Move through this. We have to unfortunately talk about Julian Sands. I think, right? At least we should acknowledge
Julian Sands.
We're not surprised, but we're still saddened.
They found his remains.
Yeah,
it's a bummer. He was,
that is a bummer.
For thus of us, he was something. So.
Yeah,
it was closure. I mean,
for his loved ones and stuff.
No, that's what I mean. Like, if he had like popped up in Sedona, Arizona, and was like, "I just needed break, guys."
Julian, how dare you?
I think that would have been more surprising, but it is sad.
It is sad.
Absolutely.
It is sad. I mean, talking Warlock and arachnophobia.
I mean, and like in the horror, history, Warlock's a big deal because of how controversial and it's turned into kids evil and satanic panic and stuff. So he's got a big chapter in horror history. So
he earned it. And he did Boxing Helena, which people are like, "Oh, you out of your mind." But
oh my god, so many things.
Yeah. And then Alan Arkin today, we were just discussing earlier as well. Alan Arkin.
Yeah.
He's been in so much stuff.
Yes.
You're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So anyway, sad couple days there. And then finally, I wanted to do a little show and tell. I wanted to share with you guys. I got this in the old mail. I ordered this.
The old mail.
I ordered this like months ago, and then I forgot about it.
Was it like a pre-order?
Yeah.
I love doing that.
Yeah, and then it showed up. And I was like, what the hell is this? And I opened like, oh my goodness, I forgot all about this.
Can we get a close-up on Neil's address?
The pure length of that box is not showing up yet.
It's like...
It's long.
There's a width to it.
It's a long box.
Yeah.
It's got some girth too, people. Yeah. It isn't just a length.
He's a long boy.
So it's from Shout Factory. Shout, and it is the brand new 4K Creepshow release. What? How is that possible?
How about this?
It comes with a 4K disc, and it comes with an alternative slip cover for the disc.
Oh, that's nice.
This is hella cool. Ooh, this is almost like you frame her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is good.
So
he's like reading, he's reading the Jordy Verrill.
And it comes with posters, I guess.
I was gonna say like all that just for.
But so if you're wondering, yes, I also own Creepshow on like 1,000 formats now.
It's how they get you.
All the formats.
It keeps being released over VHS is right back there,
right.
And Laserdisc and DVD and Blu-ray number 1, special edition Blu-ray number 2, and now 4K.
And you have it digitally.
And digitally, thank you.
Yeah.
See, I even forgot that. So, anyway, it's just kind of funny. I'm happy that Creepshow gets love. Obviously.
It's got so much love, and I think it kind of blew up in the last 10 years or so.
Feels
I think
like
a lot of a new generation finds it and claims it.
I don't know if this is worth holding up or not.
God, this is going to be so delicate. These things must be done delicately.
Oh, nice.
Creepshow poster number. There's 2 of them there. It looks like, huh?
Oh my god.
This is a long one, and then there's.
I know
that's cool. Can you see the Creepshow?
Oh my god! It smells like plastic. Shut up! No, it's not.
That's all right. I'm not like
Okay, seriously though.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
I think we take down everything behind us and we put this up. I think it's time for a redecorate, people.
All right.
And then the smaller one is just what you want it to be.
Yeah.
The ticket taker moment.
One of my
Okay,
faves.
fine. We can put this one up then.
I have that in my office. The original though.
Yeah, we're gonna put it up behind us here.
Put it here in our office.
Yeah, that's right.
In our
we need to redecorate. It's been the same. We need to redecorate.
Redecorate. All right, that's Creepshow 4K Shout Factory.
Creepshow porn.
I'm sure you can still order it, but it may not have the posters anymore. It's probably a pre-order they do, right? Isn't that how it works?
Probably.
That kind of stuff. I don't know. I just said Creepshow. Give me. Here's my money.
Yep.
Take it. Take my money. Again.
Creepshow
4K. Okay. Our giveaway that we announced 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Thus far, as of like yesterday, we had like 1 entrance. So.
Oh, okay. So they're running unopposed.
So decided to extend it 1 more week.
All right.
So we had 1 more chance to tell the podcasters. Podcasters, you have until Friday, July 7th at 11:59 p.m.
to enter. How do they enter?
You go to the show notes of either this episode or our previous episode, and it is in the description below. Click it.
Fabulous.
Right.
So,
and our previous episode, just in case you're looking, was magic.
Right.
Magic.
So go do that, and you'll get you can possibly win a signed issue 1 of Spend the Night.
And you want that?
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
1 person,
right?
Hey.
It was probably me.
I would like the signed copies. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
finally, cult film series.
Oh, it's
Coming.
good ones. If you can get to Northern California.
We recommend showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Because July 6th, you have Vampire's Kiss and Valley Girl, Nick Cage double feature. July 20th, Cat People and the Hunger. Little Bowie for you. Little Bowie.
Yay.
All right.
David Bowie.
And other than that, I'm done. I passed the ball to Scott to give us a bumper.
We are bound and determined to discuss Bound.
Bound.
Bound is brought to us from 1996, all the way back in the year of Scream, 1996,
The year
as
of
I call it.
Scream. The year of Matthew Lillard.
May he reign. Long may he reign. This film was written and directed by the amazing Wachowski sisters. Wachowski, do I say it right? I love them, but I don't know if I say it right.
It's just the Wachowskis now.
Wachowskis. The sisters Wachowski.
There you go.
Sparks fly when Violet sets eyes on Corky in an elevator. Violet is the girlfriend of a violent gangster, Caesar, while Corky is fresh out of prison and doing renovations on the apartment next door. As the two women launch into a passionate love affair, they assemble an intricate plan for Violet to escape from Caesar with $2 million. I think it's actually 2.176, if I remember correctly, of the mob's money. But the important part is to make it out alive.
All caps.
All caps. May I start? Because I've never seen this film.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never seen this film. I'd heard about the movie. I'd never seen it. But I'm kind of like, oh yeah, it's one of those. I keep meaning to get around to it. I keep meaning to watch it. Because again, love the Wachowskis. I love this cast. I adore Jennifer Tilly. Love Gina Gershon. Joe Pantoliano.
Yep.
I will call him Joe Pants.
Joey Pants.
Joe
Joey
Yeah,
Pants
I
is what
know.
he's called.
I
Yeah.
have such a hard time saying his last name.
Yes,
I
all
just
these
kind of
people.
like start mumbling. Joe Pants.
So Joe Pants. Joe Pants.
It's Pantoliano, but in the industry they call him Joey Pants.
Well, and also, like, it's very mob to say, like, Joey the Pants. He's Joe the Pants.
Right.
Okay, so I knew I was going to like it because I really like the cast. So, and I like the filmmakers. But I'm like, but it could still get fucked up. It could still get fucked up. But it didn't. I absolutely loved and adored this movie. I love queer stories. I love sapphic stories. Sapphic, which is women, loving women stories.
Sapphic.
New word for Neil, everybody. It's about 5 centuries old, but new for some of us.
Not saffron.
Not saffron. You're like, yes, saffron films. Let me write that down.
Hey, at least I have the wherewithal, the humility to ask.
It's good to learn new things.
I gotta learn.
Yeah.
It's good to learn things. I can tell you straight up, if this movie had been about a straight couple, I would have just said, well, it was a fun movie.
Right.
But being who it is and the chemistry of the two lead women push it over the edge. So yeah, I loved it. Loved it. And it's such a weird time capsule of the 90s too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And it holds up still. Like a lot of people in the queer
I
community
agree.
still really are like, no, this is good. This is actually good. Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's definitely reasons why, which
Yeah.
we'll get to. So I saw this when it came out, and this was my first time watching it on Wednesday again. I was reminded by what was the show on Shudder about queer
Queer
cinema?
horror.
Yeah, what was that? Do you remember what that was called?
We talked about it so many times.
I know.
Can you look it up, Scott?
Jesus Christ.
It's the queer anthology on Shudder.
Anyway, they brought it up in that, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, I remember that movie."
Yeah.
But at the time, I didn't know who the Wachowskis were.
Yeah.
When this movie came out,
Right.
Because it's
And
like
so
3
I
years
never,
before Matrix.
Never put it together.
Yeah. 3
I
years?
love how it's shot.
Yeah.
I love the costumes. I love the sets. I want that fucking condo. I really want to live
I
there.
don't know. It seems kind of cursed.
I'm just saying. I like the look.
Mm-hmm.
The acting, as you said, is just top notch by everybody. I love the really, really bad guys, especially Joey Pants and Christopher Maloney.
Oh, I've got notes on
I
him.
mean, Jesus Christ, he was cracking me up. He was such a sleazeball with his little curl in front of his receding hairline.
Are you referring to the documentary Queer for Fear?
Yes.
Queer for Fear, yes. That's the one. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very much.
And it's great. Watch it because it's fucking fantastic. Yeah.
So he totally holds up. Can't wait to talk about it with you guys.
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
He's talking like them in the movie. You're talking about it.
Yep. I as well had not seen it since the movie theaters. Back in the day, watching it again, I had a great time. I thought it was fun and enjoyable. And yeah, for all the things that Caleb said and you said, I think it's a great film, and everyone should go out and watch the damn thing. I'm gonna have a bit of a different skew, probably some things than you. I can already tell, but it's
Was it
gonna
too violent for you? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, too much. Can't take it.
He's sensitive.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
sensitive.
a sensitive boy. I can't do it. But
You're a sensitive boy.
no, I am. I do want to call.
Yeah.
I'll be the first one to say it. I know you guys all probably have it in your nose, but it is a coincidence that we have 2 films 2 weeks in a row that have Corky's as lead characters.
Yes, I thought it was
It's like-
fucking
I know.
hilarious.
Yeah, what's-
What are the odds
Yeah.
that we did a cork to a cork?
Well, I mean, we did have a Jack, almost.
We
a
did
Jack
some
to
Jacks.
Jack to
Yeah.
Jack
We had-
again. You know.
But corksicle, that's a
Yeah.
rare name.
So
That
we
is.
had Jack's back, then we had the house that Jack built, but they weren't back. I think there was like.
I think there was
in
like
between.
something in between.
And then there was another one right after those two.
We got
that
lots of
had-
Jacks.
It was Last Action Hero with the character's name was Jack.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Too many Jacks.
Yeah.
So anyway, whatever you pick next, it's got to have a corky in
It's
it.
gonna have a Corky in
Or
it,
we could go back to Jack's.
or maybe get some Jacks. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see when that comes around. So anyway, okay. Shall we break it down?
Break it down.
Break it.
So Joe Pants, I know like that's like his real accent, but like he lays it on super thick, and it's really funny to me. Like, I don't know, that accent, sometimes those New York accents and East, like I work with somebody who's from Boston, and I love her accent, and I make her talk all the time, and she talks about having a pocketbook. And she has a pocketbook.
Yeah.
I love it so much, it kills me. And
Are they in New York though, or are they
I believe they're in New
Chicago?
York. Well, they're in Chicago, but they have like New York accents. 'Cause it says Chicago PD.
I thought they were in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's supposed to take. I mean,
Yeah.
it was filmed in L.A., but
You know what?
It's
Let's
just-
call it a national
It's
film.
a general gangster.
you're
You know, insert gangster voice here. The first thing Joey Pants says, he walks in, it's fucking dark in here. Kind of
love
thing.
it.
You're just like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good.
So as we talked about in the synopsis, Corky's out of jail. They meet in the elevator. They're not even like talking to each other, but the sparks are flying, and then kind of sets up that they kind of start this love affair, and it gets a little rocky at first because they've got to kind of come to understand each other and trust each other, and that's really cool. So again, this is where we get the chemistry between Violet and this Corky. I don't think Violet would have liked the other Corky very much. The dummy thing probably would have been a deal breaker. So
it depends on like what it got her,
Yeah.
So, kind of like I watched the film and then I was, thinking back to certain parts, and yeah, I mean, obviously their chemistry is like magic in this movie to me. I love both of their performances, both of them as actors, and it's really interesting because Jennifer Tilly has that like very distinctive voice, like she has kind of a breathy voice.
Yes.
But when she's with Corky, her voice is not that frail. Like, she saves that for when she's around the mob men.
Yep.
And we know she does sex work too, and she does these things because that's how she stays alive. That's how she like fits into this world to be able to survive.
What she wears also changes.
Yeah,
a
she
little
only
bit
wears pants, I think, in that scene when she goes in there the first time. Yeah. So it's just kind of interesting, and because it's like she can really be herself, like for once. And Corky did some time for redistribution of wealth, which we love that. So the coffee mug scene, that's the first part where it really starts to kind of like,
where she brings over the coffee and they kind of like. spar a little bit. Yeah.
They spar. Yeah.
The watering hole. Where
Yes.
Corky goes to get laid.
She says it right there.
You know what? That bar works because everyone was partnered up.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know?
Oh, and
the
then
one
there was...
and the one she sits down in the booth with.
Yes.
So she's actually a she's like a feminist author. She's
Yeah.
a sex educator. She also worked as like the intimacy coach on set. They didn't.
I
Really,
read that.
they didn't
somewhere.
call it back then.
That terminology
that
didn't
back
exist.
then,
Yeah.
But, anyway, yeah, that was the woman sitting down that she puts her arm around.
Yeah. That's really cool. Yeah. But the law kind of breaks it up a little bit. Corky's got to be careful. She doesn't want to go back in the hole. So Joe Pants plays Caesar, and he's not what you call stable. He seems a little... he's got that fragile male toxic ego thing going on. Likes to kind of keep Violet like a doll, like a prized possession in the home. So he's part of the mob, which also is composed of Mickey, who's the boss, who has this total soft spot for Violet. And Christopher Maloney. So I know he's done a ton of things, and I've seen him in a ton of things, but you know, for me, Christopher Maloney is Law & Order SVU. I don't talk about it enough on this show, but I watch a lot of Law & Order SVU. I've seen every fucking episode. How many times, Scott? Probably 15 times every episode, probably. Something like that. It's a comfort show for me. I put it on, especially when I'm sick. I put it on. Like, I'll start it over from episode 1. Here we go. He wears such a different suit in this film. He wears some very flamboyant suiting. He has the aforementioned curl right in the middle of his forehead. And when he's good, he's very, very good. When he's bad, he's horrid.
I thought it was great.
Oh my God.
I mean, I didn't like what he was doing. I'm just saying, like,
unhinged.
acting-wise, I thought it was amazing.
He's this weird, we kind of find out later, he's this weird, spoiled psychopath.
That's it exactly. Like, acting with no impunity to anything. And
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lady in my office who always says I look like him. Christopher Maloney.
No.
I don't know why. I don't see it, but she always keeps trying to tell me that.
Maybe it could be his cousin?
I don't know. That's just what she keeps thinking.
Well, that's nice.
So, yeah, all right. So be it. I'll take it. So you think Johnny's a little... See, okay. So Johnny, to me, is more the unstable one versus Caesar. I feel like Caesar, okay, I understand you're saying, like, he has a woman that he keeps in his apartment, like a Barbie doll, as you were saying, or whatever. But I feel like he would be more even keel. I mean, he's a gangster, so you already have these kind of highs and lows, right?
That's what I'm saying, unstable
when
here.
you're torturing, but that's just part of the job. So Johnny is the one who's more unstable. Caesar, I think, is
You're not using the my job defense, are you?
I am, totally.
I'm saying Caesar's unstable. I'm saying Johnny's unhinged.
Ah, okay.
Like a door off its hinge, that's Johnny.
So they're all unstable then.
Well, they are in this really intense line of work.
Right.
Yeah.
Which isn't probably healthy, as we know from The Sopranos.
Yeah,
it's not healthy for one's mind.
And other things too, not just The Sopranos.
Right.
Well, yeah, but that's the one where he actually goes to therapy. So that's,
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never seen Sopranos.
You never saw The Sopranos?
No.
Oh.
You never saw The Sopranos?
Oh, yeah.
You never saw The
You've got
Sopranos.
nothing to watch now.
Put it on.
Things.
Maybe you should dip a toe
things.
in.
Maybe you should watch The Sopranos.
Maybe you should go see the
We'll see.
Bada Bing.
We'll see.
Hot Scott, Sopranos. You should watch it.
You should watch it. It's a good show.
You should watch it. Okay.
Yeah.
Corky has a mouth guitar.
So Neil, I know she's cool because she plays a mouth harp.
It kind of looks like those floss sticks, yeah?
Mm.
Those little those horrible little pieces of microplastic.
I wish we could have gotten my hand on 3 of those and we could have done that would have been awesome.
We could have done, like, guess that tune for the audience.
Yeah.
And it would have been us, like...
But unfortunately, I watched this on Wednesday and that just wouldn't have given...
Oh, well.
Didn't have time to craft any mouth
Wouldn't have
guitars.
given, or Daddy Bezos to get us.
Daddy, I want a mouth fiddle.
3 of those bad boys to me in time.
So, what do we got next? What can we get to? Like,
What are they doing?
Where's some meat in here?
Oh, so
How about the first
Shelly
time?
and his fingers.
Yes, the fingers.
Poor
Oh,
Shelley.
poor Shelley.
I mean, not really. I don't like him, but
He's
that
an embezzler,
sucks.
Shelley.
And you know what? This is where we get our first that I'm aware of, Chekhov's garden hedge trimmers.
Okay.
Because they get like a close up, so they're gonna be coming back. So that's kind of not good. But yeah, and Mickey's like, Violet, why don't you get out of here? It's no place
I know,
for a
being
woman.
like the sweet, like,
Yeah.
like, dude, you're beating the shit out of someone in my bathroom.
Well, right, and like her, her shitty man is like, no, you have to stay. It's like, she doesn't have to stay. What is wrong with you? Yeah, that's her bathroom, for
Again.
God's sake.
The apologizer over here thinks he's a good guy.
Caesar apologist right here. This guy, Caesar apologist to this
Caesar
guy.
apologist. I can't help it. It's the wig. It's the wig. The scene where Joey Pants meets Gina Gershon the first time.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, thinks she's a guy.
Yeah.
Like, with his
It happens twice.
Barbie doll.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It happens
Again,
twice. Yeah.
and Neil thinks he's a good guy.
Yeah, exactly. He's also, as we will learn soon, a homophobe. But
Yep.
no, yeah, not good. So the women are falling in love. We love that. Caesar, it turns out, literally launders money. Like, when you hear that term,
Yes.
like money
Yeah.
laundering.
Yeah.
No, he literally launders money.
Caesar, yeah, he basically...
Like, I don't even know why he was doing it that way, though. Like, don't you have a dryer? Don't you? Or is it a condo so he doesn't want to go down, like, to the
They
basement?
probably didn't have one in the unit.
Now that I'm saying this out loud, I'm like, why are you going to sit there and, like,
it's a-
individually iron
But it is a luxury
$2
place.
million in bills?
It is a luxury place. You
I
would
mean,
think-
honestly, if you do the math there, he's probably still there ironing right now as
Yeah.
we speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would seem in a nice place like that, though they'd have them upstairs in the unit. But
Yeah.
But he had to do that because Johnny, the psychopath,
Killed Shelley.
the real bad guy, the real
Yeah,
antagonist in this story. No, shoots the dude in the head over the money, and then of course poor Caesar has to literally launder the money.
Yeah.
Has to wash it and dry it.
Well, and it was funny because at first he's like, "Look at my shirt. Where's the laundry detergent?" I'm like, "It's not coming out." But then I realized, oh, he's washing the money, probably
Right.
with the detergent,
Yep.
Yeah.
which is still a lot
I
of.
guess,
and there's
but-
probably bits of Shelley in it.
I don't know, but
Little-
as a
little
mob
bits of
person,
Shelley?
isn't there somewhere he could have went?
Isn't there
did
an
he really
underling that
have
could
to-
wash this?
Yeah.
He had to call the wolf. That's what he should have done.
He
Should
should
have
have
called
called
the wolf.
Winston.
Yep.
Winston Wolf. He'll get it done.
Should have
Okay.
called
Except
the
he
wolf.
was in Chicago and Winston was probably in
LA still.
He
still.
is, well, it was a very busy year for Winston, actually.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
That's a good point.
So now we're kind of seeing the two lead characters. They're starting to understand one another. They're starting to build something here that's beyond just like an attraction. There's something deeper going on. And now the movie turns into a heist. And everybody loves a heist. Everybody loves a
Yeah.
heist. It brings families together to watch a heist film.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a family film, for sure. So it's a good plan.
No, I like how they're going, like how they show it, how they're going
The heist
through
plan is always
the
fun.
heist plan.
The
I know.
reveal.
Right, exactly.
It's not a bad plan. We do need to figure out a couple contingencies, though.
Yeah, seriously.
Because that kind of comes up. But so for me, having never seen this film before, having no idea how it ends or anything or where we're going, all of the intense scenes were like extra intense because Jesus, what's that sound? I think we're being abducted by aliens. They're like, I don't know where it's going, so
Right.
it makes it even more like, is the plan gonna work? Is it gonna go
Right.
off smoothly? When it starts to go off the rails, I'm like, is it gonna go back? Is everybody gonna die? What's gonna
Yeah.
happen? We get an almost fully nude Joey Pants.
Which we do.
Yeah.
There is out of the shower. So basically the women decide they enter a relationship. We can call it that, correct?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
they
definitely
bang.
they're falling.
They
They're falling
bang
for
well.
each other. Yeah.
They bang so well that Corky says, "I can see" afterwards.
It was a long 5 years.
So they basically, decide to steal this money that that Caesar had to launder.
Because she's got to get out.
They
Violet has
gotta
to
get out. They both want to get out. Be
Yes.
done
They
with
want a
it.
fresh start in life.
So, anyway, this is what leads to the disintegration of Caesar, if you
Oh,
will.
now it is.
Now he gets.
Oh, sure,
now
he
he
was
turns
fine.
into a bad guy.
Now he's bad.
I don't know
Gotcha.
about that. I was saying this is what causes him to go off the rails. Is when he finds the money missing because the women.
But I love an unhinged Joey Pants.
Yeah, seriously.
Now he's gone full Johnny. But even before that, there's even some more before that.
Okay.
So, there's a scene where Violet's on the phone, and the phone matches her dress.
Well,
And I was like,
know,
I love that.
you
But
got
it's
to
like,
coordinate.
you know, with the Wachowskis?
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to say it right. They don't do things on accident. Like, you know, when they plan things and stuff, it's all on purpose. And you can kind of see, like, this movie crawled so Matrix could run.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen most of the movies they've made.
Okay.
I might be missing
Let's see, Speed
a
Racer.
couple. Seen Cloud Atlas, read the book
Okay.
too. That thing's a brick.
So was the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, but nobody else could do that movie except for them.
I
Nobody
mean,
else could have.
you know,
Yeah.
better than I could do. I shouldn't talk shit. But.
And they start to use some of their really cool, innovative shots.
Mm-hmm.
And
They got some good ones.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's just like art house enough, but it never feels, word we love to use from producer Scott around here, masturbatory. In my opinion, it feels very like cool. I don't know. It all just
No,
feels like
it does,
deliberate
like-
storytelling.
Like when she picks up the phone and dials and like you get like
Yeah.
what the phone POV?
Yeah.
I don't even know what
the
to call
phone
it.
saw. Yeah, exactly.
But then there's like a loop in the line and the camera follows the little loop.
Yeah.
I mean it's pretty cool in my opinion.
And there's some more shots, and I'll point them out
There's some things
along
like,
the way.
Yeah.
So the girls have this great plan. Actually, it's really smart for how to like get, you know, in there to get the money and to set Johnny up for it. And since Johnny and Caesar hate each other, this should work. And it
Should work.
actually is like bum bum bum. It's falling into place. But like, just when Joey Pants realizes that he does not have the money, and I mean, because I would be that panicked as
Right.
he is, and it's like, you know, everything starts to kind of like in his mind, and it's like, yeah, this is what's happening. You just lost the mob's 2.176, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, yeah.
1.21
Gigawatts.
gigawatts.
Yeah.
That's gonna be bad for you. So the briefcase scene,
Okay.
so intense. I was literally like sitting with like my hands like like this over my mouth, because there's just like, you don't know. Again, I've never seen this movie. I'm like, what is going to happen?
Right.
How is this going to play out? Because we can't have it get messed up for our leads who we love so much and we're rooting for so much. But at the same time, it's like, okay, is there just like gonna be like a bloodbath and beyond?
You're talking about when Gino comes and
Oh,
Right,
yes. Oh,
the actual
yes.
head of the mob comes straight from Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go and pick him up. And
And-
he's just coming in to like get the money and go.
Yep.
He's like getting right back on a plane. And they have those big 90s plane tickets.
Inside the little envelope. Yeah.
Oh, there's a great shot of Caesar's eyes through the bullet
Through the
hole
bullet holes, yeah.
on the ticket.
Yeah.
And and also when Gino goes down in slow motion. That was very
So-
Matrixy.
It was. Gino and Johnny is Gino's son.
Correct.
Yeah. That's why he's spoiled.
Right. So you got Johnny and Gino there, Caesar, and like some other henchmen, I think, right? One or two other henchmen.
Just like a
There at that
bodyguard or
point.
There's like
something,
one
yeah.
other guy.
And it's basically Caesar trying to like get to that point where he accuses Johnny of taking the money.
Right, how he's gonna get himself
right,
there.
in front of his father. And
Right. He keeps saying like, "You want to go there right now,
You wanna do
Johnny?
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to do this now? You want to do it like that, Johnny?"
Yeah, because he thinks Johnny's fucking him over.
Yes.
Right.
So it's like they kind of have this like, and then of course Violet's just sitting there like, you know, and then we've got Corky next door with her ear pressed up against the wall, and I'm sitting here tearing out my fucking hair, wondering what's gonna happen in this scene, and it goes down. It goes down, and this is when Caesar really unravels like a spool of so much thread.
See, he does, but at the same time, he shoots everyone in the room, including the mob boss, which is typically not a good thing.
That's a big no-no. They kind of frown. I mean, I've never been in, but...
I wouldn't do it.
But he immediately goes into crisis resolve mode. And by moving guys around, moving furniture around, covering bullet holes, that kind of thing, telling by what
because
to
the
do.
police are coming.
Because the police are coming.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's
So-
only because the police are coming that
But
he's...
the point is, there's a problem he had to solve, and he immediately just knew, boom, carpet over here, chair over there, lamp blocks the bullet hole.
I'm
like,
not gonna say
if there
Caesar's
was
a problem solver.
Caesar will solve it.
Turn on the lights.
DJ revolves it.
But I mean, I wouldn't label the man a problem solver. I wouldn't.
Okay.
I would say he's trying to be clever.
I think he's manager material.
I do. I'd hire him in a theater any day.
Employee of the month. Did you notice Night of the Living Dead's on?
I
Of course.
sure
Of
as
course
did.
we noticed.
I have it written down right there, Night of the Living Dead. And that is a very good scene. You're right. A lot of tension.
Yes.
Plays out really well. Yeah.
And so now the women are having to kind of try to stay a step ahead, because things are, Violet wasn't able to get out.
The way they've set it up is
Yeah.
that Joey Pants is going to act a certain way.
Yes.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't.
He doesn't do anything that they
plan.
Anticipate him doing.
So
and
that's bad.
that kind of becomes a problem.
That becomes a problem for our plan, for our heist here. I think I'm jumping around a little bit here in my notes.
That's okay.
But so then, Caesar's like, you're not going anywhere. She tries to, leave. Violet tries to leave. He's like, no, you're staying with me. And he's got, a gun on her at this point. And he's like, okay, gotta find the money. And, because he still thinks, I can get out of this. I can figure this out, but I gotta have the money, though.
Right.
Goes and tears apart Johnny Curly Forehead's place. Money's not there. We know where the money is. Money's not there. And it's really sweet because Corky follows along because she's not gonna, leave her. And there's actually a point where when they get back that Corky and Vi are on the phone together, and they, it's kind of their Star Wars I love you, I know moment, and it's just beautiful. So Mickey's gonna come.
Yes. Enter Mickey.
Mickey's gonna come over. That's gonna be a problem. Potentially, because this could mess up everything. So that tense scene is followed pretty near after by this intense scene with Mickey coming over, which such a great scene. And I love Mickey's guy. He's got a bolo tie on.
Yes.
It's so 90s, right? And he even has a little mullet or something and a bolo tie. And it's because Mickey's a little sus.
Yeah, things aren't quite adding up, but he's not coming out and saying I'm calling bullshit on that man. No, he doesn't go there.
He's trying to kind of trip Caesar up and see if he can catch him in a lie, because he's like, you weren't answering your phone. Your phone's off the hook.
Right.
Then it's like, oh, you have a cordless. Oh, look at that. And then it's like, everything's moved around in here.
Right.
Because Mickey's been in the business for a long time. So I'm sure he knows the look of the dominoes are falling.
But he's also saying, this was Violet's idea, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I love that Violet.
Yeah.
She's such a good woman.
Yeah. And she is. He's not wrong. But he just thinks she's oh, I'm just a sweet, innocent girl. But it's he likes her for all of the reasons that she kind of cons these people.
Wants to get out.
So that kind of goes off the rail. Oh, there's this line I love. So it turns out Caesar is a fucking homophobe, as mentioned. He even literally tries to put Violet back in the closet. Did anybody catch that? He picks her up and literally tries to put her back in.
Once he realizes he's been double-crossed.
Yeah. And when he says his stupid line that is so obvious, what does she give you that I can't? And she says, everything you couldn't. Preach. And she just hits him right in the center of his solar plexus of toxic masculinity to be you're nothing compared to her. And it's like, and there's also kind of like a sexual implication as well as emotional and mental and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I had all caps, preach. Preach. This is when the Garden Clippers come back into play. Then we get Mickey coming in with Bolo time. I love Violet does the call to Caesar. She's in the room, she's in the back room, and she calls him out there, and she's like putting on her lipstick, and she's like, "Shut up, asshole! Like I'm, this is like your one chance to like just do what I say."
Mm-hmm.
She's so smart, and it's kind of nice because it's like we know that Violet is clever, and we know that she's smart, but up until kind of this scene, we don't get to see how smart she is. It's kind of like Corky's the one with all the plans, but it's
Right,
like no,
exactly.
Violet is.
She's
super
just
smart.
as capable, but
Yeah.
she's always taken like a backseat to.
She goes about it a different way.
Yeah.
And I love that when she's talking to him on the phone, she's like putting on her lipstick. And I said, like, smart and lipstick, my kind of girl. So we got to take out Caesar because he's a mess. And he's going to kill us all, but he's going to cut off our fingers first.
He will do it, digit at a time.
Yep.
So Caesar, he makes a snow angel, but it's in paint, and he's dead.
This is true.
This is the Wachowskis and their great setup with the whole white paint. The money was being hidden to begin with.
Yes.
Dumped all over the floor when he was trying to grab the money out of there, and then ends up being shot over that white paint. So of course you have a nice mixture of the red blood against the white paint,
and the fall and the movement of everything.
Right. Yep.
It's just like when Gino falls too. It's just this great, like, the bigger they come, the harder they fall, right?
Yes.
So then I love it. We're kind of cutting ahead to Violet gets her escape from Mickey again by playing him like a fucking harp. Perfect. Corky, new truck, new woman. I love it. She's even gotten, I'm sure in 1996, a beep beep car was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Beep beep.
Yeah.
And this is the most miraculous part. Okay, are you all ready?
Yep.
Are you all ready?
I'm ready.
It's a happy ending. I don't know. I'm sure, Caleb, you're familiar. I don't know, and I don't mean this offensively, Neil, if you're familiar with the trope of bury your gays.
No.
So in a lot of things, storytelling, the queer characters always die. And it's called burying your gays.
Okay.
And it's stupid because it's like you want to see stories where marginalized folks win and they're happy and they don't die and they don't die to make a point or anything else. And I said it, I'm like, it's a happy ending. No gays were buried. They actually do it.
But the fact that it got there was, so when they were shopping the script around,
Yes.
people were like, yeah, we'll make it, but you got to change the Corky character to Corky needs to be a man. And they were like, nope, not doing it. So Dino De Laurentiis actually produced it for a very, very small $6 million.
He believed in it.
I mean,
He thought.
he made an expensive movies, to begin with.
True.
But they did it. I mean, I don't think this was a very successful film theatrically.
Right, it's found legs later in life.
I feel it's done because it's done so respectfully. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's not.
So,
I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I don't feel that it's like the sex or the fact that it's two women. I don't feel like that's very sensationalized.
No,
I feel like it's treated the same way you would treat a straight couple.
Yeah.
Only they're way more awesome. And I just love that they're gonna get a first start together in life, and I think they both deserve it. And it just like, I was not expecting an uplifting ending.
Okay.
We even have an uplifting Motown song
At the end of the movie. Okay. Well,
I'm so happy.
so for me, so to me, I agree in that we talked about Joe Pantoliano. Joey Pants. He was my favorite part of this film, his acting.
Oh, he's a
And
scene
how-
stealer.
He is a scene stealer, yes.
Yeah.
And he completely just, for me, takes it.
He's in The Sopranos.
Is he now?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure
there you
is.
go.
Now he's gonna watch it.
No,
I know, right?
But
Actually,
he's in a lot of
he looks exactly the same hair and everything.
Yeah.
he's in a lot of stuff. That guy actually, he popped up in a lot of cool stuff in the 90s and 80s actually too. He's in a segment of Amazon Women on the Moon, in fact.
Oh,
So
all right.
All the way up there on the moon. Jeff Bezos got him on the moon.
Yeah.
Amazon.
So this, Caleb and I were discussing this briefly because I had talked, well, initially brought up though, was that there was a wave in the early mid 90s of these noir-esque pictures that came out. This being one of them, and of course, probably starting with Basic Instinct-ish around there.
Naked Lunch.
Eh. But more like the
Not
Last
so much
Seduction,
that, but yeah.
Wild Things,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that kind of thing. There's one called Red Rock West that I like a lot, but there was a few that came out, Nicolas Cage film. And typically these films, what I remember of them is that a lot of times most of the characters in these movies aren't necessarily good people. You know what I mean? Overall.
Not in a noir of any era, I don't think.
I mean, and that's the thing that on even in this movie, technically our heroes, you know, one of them, they're stealing money. They performed, you know, what they did caused the death of a lot of other people, you know. And granted, they're a mob. I'm not saying deserve or not deserve. I'm just saying this is a common trait, and it's interesting, I guess, that there is this resurgence of this style of picture.
We'll say more gray morals.
Yes,
There's
no, absolutely. But no one is like a white hat, you know.
No,
there's no, you know. I mean, even Pulp Fiction has like. It's not really, but at least it has like the character, like noir characters. Yeah. You know, the boxer that's going to throw a fight. Yeah. Some henchmen, you know, femme fatale. Yeah. You know, I mean, so you could even kind of include that in there. But, definitely. And doing a little bit of reading on neo-noir films is like, you're not really sure what's going to happen. Like getting away is winning, you know, not getting away with whatever you're trying to accomplish, you know, as long as you're alive at the end, that's a win.
And I'm not sure that I'm a huge noir fan, and I've seen much noir in my day, especially the older stuff.
Okay.
But this one definitely was done well to me in the noir vein.
The vein of the noir. Yeah, it's a great, fun little film. So, I mean, I know back in the day, it got all its notoriety because of the relationship between the two. But, I mean, it's obviously so much more than just that. For me, you know? I mean.
I'm sure people were dropping their fucking teeth and like, oh my God, the gays are taking over. They're taking over the cinema.
Oh my goodness.
If only we should be so lucky.
That'd be Santa heaven if it was all just rainbows.
Caleb heaven, we'd be like...
No, if it's a good movie, you know.
Put some queerness on it.
I agree. If it's a good movie, yes.
Yeah. That's all I care
It's
about.
like a season. It's like salt. Just put queerness on
it. Well, that's bound. By the way, we've got like Todd 209 back in the chat.
I know Todd.
Hello, Todd. Been a while.
Poppin' corn. Got some corn for poppins in there.
Yeah.
What's up?
Got some space face in there.
Space and Max Stack showed up.
Lots of people.
So many friends.
And everyone else, we're gonna mention you. Don't worry. But
we saw some of y'all popping in.
Are you guys ready for a little bound game?
Let's play a game.
Oh, we're on?
We're going to stop this. We're going to stop.
All right. This game is called Rebound. What it is these are other movies, actual films that have the word bound in the title.
Okay.
So I'm going to read the brief synopsis of the films, and then I have 3 titles here, one of them being correct and the other not being. I was going to read to you. Scott thinks I should just make you guys guess, but I think it's going to be really hard for you if that were the case. Plus, it took some time to come up with some pretty ingenious titles, I think. But that's okay.
Then don't listen to Scott.
Are your answers on your paper?
Yes,
Okay, then I don't. Okay, I just want to know so I don't accidentally look.
So don't cheat.
I don't want to cheat.
Cheater. Anyway, you guys work
No,
together.
Caleb and I
you
are
guys
going to
work
win this
together.
honestly.
You're gonna win
Honestly,
this, the
yes.
real way.
Yeah. How dare you?
So, okay, you guys ready for the first one?
We're born ready.
Give this a shot?
Yep.
Okay. All right, our first film is from 2019. So you might get it. You never know. It's an early one. Or, I mean, a recent one, excuse me. Okay. Bound to an ancient pact, a family of unlimited power descend upon a small rural town to perform a family ritual, human sacrifice. Occult rituals and ancient pacts take hold of one girl's life, binding her to a fate she cannot possibly fathom. Your choices are Bound by Satan, Bloodbound, Bound to the Knife.
Well, first of all, I want to watch this movie
Okay.
because I don't know this film, and it sounds really good. It sounds maybe kind of folk horror. It sounds maybe Southern Gothic-y.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like a lot of
Dennis the Menace.
the...
Give it to us one more time.
Okay. Just the names you mean?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bound by Satan, Bloodbound, Bound to the Knife.
I'm good with
I
Bloodbound.
want a Bloodbound too.
I almost said Bloodhound.
Yeah.
It's Bloodbound. Blood.
Okay, that is correct. Very good.
Oh, has anybody seen that? Is it good?
No,
Is it
I
as
don't
good
know.
as it sounds?
It's a little movie. that
Okay, shit, I
found.
want to watch
So,
it.
I don't know. Very good, guys. I'm
Who's
impressed.
in it?
Okay. It was no one that I
It's
recognized.
indie kind of, yeah.
No one, yeah, indie.
Awesome, bring it on.
Okay,
Huh.
second film from 1976.
Weird.
A biography of Woody Guthrie, one of America's greatest folk singers. He left his dust-devastated Texas home in the 1930s to find work and discovered the suffering and strength of America's working class.
You said it, oh my god.
This movie, the names for you are Bound by Glory, America Bound, Bound by the Grit.
Ooh, America
I know.
Bound.
This film stars David Carradine. It
Yeah,
was directed by Hal Ashby. Remember, he did a Hal Ashby film at the Cult Film Series recently.
Yeah.
Won 2 Oscars.
This movie did?
This movie won 2 Oscars. Cinematography and music.
I
Is it Bound by Glory, America Bound, or Bound by the Grit?
I'm going America Bound because he's like the America guy, right? And it's the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, I
You
feel
guys
like that. I
remember-
feel like that's too on the nose.
Do you guys
though.
remember when we did? Well, you guys remember all of our 4th of July episodes we've done in the past?
Yes, Red, White, and Boo.
Yeah, we gotta do
Yeah.
that. We should do that again.
I just feel
Well-
America's too on the nose.
Is it too on the nose?
I-
So what do you think it is?
The first one. What was it? What was the first one?
Bound by Glory.
Bound by
Okay,
Glory.
let's go Bound by Glory.
That's correct.
Really?
Yes.
Yay!
Oh shit!
Good job.
Wow.
Actually, it's Bound for Glory.
Really? Oh, Bound for Glory. All right,
All right.
says Scott.
So everyone was wrong. I
All
get
right.
a point.
That counts for us.
Todd said Bound by Glory too.
Oh, Wendy says that Bloodbound's on Tubi. Thanks, girl. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. So
Next up.
he's a tricky one.
Tricky.
He almost got you with America.
Tricky
I
little.
tried. I'm trying.
He's a tricky little mermaid, isn't he? Okay.
All right, this TV movie centers around Eugene and Stanley Jerome, brothers trying to break into showbiz as comedy writers while their parents' marriage ends. When the boys' material is broadcast on radio, the family hears their private life played for laughs.
Bummer.
Now, if you know Eugene and Stanley Jerome, they appear in many, many plays by Mr. Neil Simon. This is a Neil Simon TV film.
Yeah.
Starred Anne Bancroft and Hume Cronin.
I've seen it
Okay, your titles are
in my childhood.
Broadway Bound, Showbiz Bound, Stage Bound.
Those are all shitty bound titles.
Yeah, they are.
Scott's
and
telling me
one of
no,
them's
it's
real.
called Bound for Broadway. Broadway Bound, Showbiz Bound, Stage Bound.
I can't remember, and I know I've seen.
I've never
this.
seen this. I love Anne Bancroft.
Well, I've seen.
It's a
Hume
TV.
Cronin
It's a
is in
TV
everything.
movie. Who cares?
Stage Bound
What was it? Stage bound, showbiz bound,
and
Broadway.
Broadway bound. Oh, jeez. Throw a dart.
I just want to go with stage.
The answer is Broadway Bound.
Fuck!
That's all right.
God damn it!
That's all right.
It's okay. You did good.
What?
What did Todd
Backstage
say?
bound too. Bound harder.
Thank you. Well, so yeah, Todd was on. We're on the same wavelength. Todd on the stage one.
Backstage bound, 2 pound harder. Nice. Nice. Okay. Here's one you'll get. A fun-loving American bulldog pup, a hilarious Himalayan
Homeward
cat,
Bound.
and a wise old golden
Let
retriever
him
embark on a
finish.
long trek through the rugged wilderness of the Sierra Nevada mountains in a quest to reach home and their beloved owners. 1993 film. Was it Homeward Bound, Westward Bound, or Bound by Fur?
Bound by fur.
It's Homeward.
Blood in, blood out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Michael
Bound
J.
by
Fox,
Fur.
Sally Fields, and Donna Mucci.
Yeah.
So Homeward Bound?
Homeward
Okay,
Bound.
Homeward Bound.
Yeah,
Yay.
I love Sassy so much. We are same. We are.
Was
kindred.
Sassy really hilarious, though? A hilarious Himalayan cat?
Yes, she's hilarious.
Was she hilarious? Okay. It seemed like all she was doing was telling Michael J. Fox to stop doing things, if I recall correctly.
Well, yeah, because he was dumb.
Okay, are you ready?
Ready.
Next film. Dreaming of adventure. City Mouse Gavin and his buddy Matthew join a crew of ship mice ready to set sail. Just as young Chester bursts in, pleading for help. Stowing away on a boat, the gang heads for Dream Island to defend Chester's family of mice against Winston, the White Weasel, and his wicked weasel clan. But is there courage enough? Question mark? Okay, is this movie called Eastbound and Down, Airbound, or Mousebound, An Amazing Tale?
I mean, it's got to be Mousebound and an Amazing Tale.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know.
Eastbound and Down, Airbound, Mousebound, An Amazing Tale. This is actually a Japanese animation film that was later dubbed in English with John Lovitz and Jimmy Tatra, who is that actor that is in everything now that we keep seeing. That younger guy that...
So, Scott, you've seen this.
I have a vague memory of this, and I believe
It's got to be
I
Mousebound.
can't remember if it came before Fievel,
Or if it was like a
and
FIFO ripoff.
copied it, or
Yeah.
if it was a Fievel ripoff.
Who came
But
first?
Oh,
The
the-
American Tale is the
Yeah, American Tail, Five Goes
is
West.
why I think it is in fact
And American Tail. So I think...
or not American Tail, but Amazing Tale. I think it was a ripoff of Fievel.
So wait, say the options one more time.
Okay, Eastbound and Down,
It's not that.
Mousebound, An Amazing Tale, or Airbound?
I think it's Mousebound.
It's
I think it's
Mousebound.
It's actually called Airbound.
Is it really?
Damn.
Were they airship pirates? Because that was not clarified.
Hey man,
Was there a bud in there to like?
there's no.
Airbud
It's
bound?
called, I have no idea why it's called Airbound when they're on a ship. It makes no sense. I don't know.
Huh.
I'm sorry.
Shenanigans.
I know.
Yep.
Well, it was a little on the nose.
It was a little on the nose.
The others seemed absurd.
Okay. Sean deals drugs, but can he prevent his younger brother from following in his footsteps? That's all you get. Sean does drugs, but can he prevent his younger brother from following in his footsteps? This movie is either called Brooklyn Bound, New York Bound, or Bronx Bound. And the tagline is, "Not even the strong shall survive."
Not even?
Not even the
Not
strong.
even?
Say it one more time. The options?
Brooklyn Bound, New York Bound, Bronx Bound. You can throw a dart. It's kind of like...
What calls out to you?
Brooklyn or Bronx.
Me too.
And I'm probably like just being a fucking judgy
Brooklyn.
bitch, but
Brooklyn.
you know, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is correct.
Yes!
Good job.
Woo!
Good job.
I
Good
feel
job.
like we like stereotyped a little bit or something though.
Well, we didn't. The filmmaker did.
All right. Ted is a successful dog food marketer until one fateful day when he accidentally kills his company's iconic mascot and becomes a town laughingstock. Underemployed and in debt, it says underemployed, not unemployed, but it says underemployed and in debt, Ted and his wife Josie are doing their best to make ends meet, but it's not enough. Josie is unhappy, so she concocts a plan to swipe her elderly boss's valuables in order to pay their debts. Accompanied by her lazy little brother, Ted and Josie attempt to pull off a caper, but soon find that their intended victim has more in store for them than they thought.
If you ever wanted to see a movie just from the description, it's probably shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
But see, I don't
like
want to see
descriptively, I'm like,
That
I
sounds fun.
kind of want to see
that.
that.
Oh, no, me, I'm out. That sounds not fun.
And underemployed is technically not incorrect.
I guess. Okay, this film is either called Bound by the Leash, Pound Bound, a canine caper, or Heaven Bound.
Is this like a Christian film?
I don't think so, but it does have Victoria Jackson in it.
I don't know.
From Victoria, the Weird Al's girlfriend in UHF.
Oh yeah, she's
And
very funny.
It's from 2017.
Super right-wing conservative.
What?
Okay, Bound by the Leash, Pound Bound, A Canine Caper, or Heaven Bound.
Pound bound.
Sure.
They go to Pound Town to get
take it to
ground.
Pound downtown.
Yeah.
Bound
Okay.
town.
The answer is Heaven Bound.
Oh,
No.
boo.
So it probably is a Christian.
You're right.
Yeah. Well, they all sounded kind of like Christian family fun.
Either that or like some Hallmarky. Or Hallmarky-esque.
What's the one that's more conservative than Hallmark now? Great American
Heaven Bound.
Freedom
I
Eagle
don't know.
Jesus.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Freedom Eagle Jesus. Okay. Introduced to a self-improvement program called Initiative, a woman finds the program is littered with terrifying secrets that keep its all-female members trapped with no escape. Now she must investigate the initiative and bring it down before they put a fatal end to her investigation.
Oh, bring it down.
And I know what this movie is. I kind of do want to see this movie, but I can't remember. I'm not going to remember the title.
Okay, is it called Bound by Truth, Bound by Blackmail, or Lifetime Presents Bound to Suck, a shitty TV movie?
My heart says the second one, but
Say the first two again,
my
please.
brain says the first one.
Bound by Truth or Bound by Blackmail. And it is a Lifetime Network release, by the way.
Okay, then that's not the movie I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of one where these ladies are yelling at each other in the trailer.
I think it's one. Bound by Truth.
Bound by Truth or Bound by
Not-
Blackmail?
Bound by Truth.
Yeah.
It is Bound by Blackmail.
Oh, for
Oh, I
fuck's
should have
sake.
listened to my heart.
Listen to
Fuck.
that. Your heart was
Jesus.
on.
You guys okay for another one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, keep going.
I
This
mean,
is fun.
can't get any worse.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Bound by
actually are doing
embarrassment.
pretty good.
That's right, Scott. Bound by embarrassment.
Leslie's husband, Steve, is a brute, and she wants out. At least she thinks she does. Her lover, Elizabeth, agrees that Steve needs to go away, so they plot his murder. Meanwhile, their friend Cliff can't seem to get used to the idea that his wife has left him, and he tries to kill himself. The murder doesn't go as planned, the suicide doesn't go as planned, and Elizabeth, Leslie, and Cliff find themselves on the run from a very angry Steve.
What the fuck?
Otherwise known as Bound Part 2. So, I know, right? Okay, this movie's from 1993. Yeah, and it features Karen Black. You know Karen Black from the Trilogy of Terror and
Yeah, of
Burnt
course.
Offerings? Okay. So the names of this movie are Bound and Gagged, A Love Story, Bound by the Body, Bound by Passion, Lust in the Dust.
Is there a year on that?
1993.
93.
Bound and Gagged, A Love Story, Bound by the Body, Bound by Passion, Lust in the Dust.
I want it to be bound and gagged. Yeah.
I'll back your play.
Because like the 90s and like anything earlier had like weird titles or everything was something the sequel or something the movie.
Right.
So I want it to be bound. We're going with bound and gagged.
That is correct.
We got
Bound
it.
and Gagged,
Nice.
A Love Story.
Awesome.
Very
We
good.
did it. We
That was
did
kind of like a
it.
sarcastic pick, too.
We did it.
All right.
Did we win them all?
Not yet. You got. Well, I still have like more we could
Come
do.
Oh Jesus! Pick a
One
good
more.
one.
Oh, a good one.
Pick a good one.
A former thief, unbeknownst, there is a dead body in his car, drives off to a bright future. But the bad men who planted the body now need it back.
That's not good.
I know, right?
This movie.
Bound to Bernie.
Bound for LA. Or LA bound.
This film could be called.
Could be called.
Okay. Bound by Trouble. Double Double, Toil and Trouble Bound.
I like it.
Or just Trouble Bound.
Oh.
So it's called Trouble Bound, Bound by Trouble, or Double Double, Toil and Trouble Bound.
I'm gonna go with C.
Sure.
Which one is C?
The last one.
The Double Double, Toil and Trouble
No.
Bound?
No, that was the second one.
Trouble Double, Trouble Bound, Trouble
No,
Bound,
Hubba Bubba.
or
No.
Bound by Trouble?
Wait, hold on. What was the first one?
I don't know.
Are you like making them up as you go
No,
along?
okay,
Or
I'm gonna
something?
read them
Kinda feels
again.
like it.
I'm reading them again. Okay.
Okay.
Bound by Trouble, That's number 1.
Okay.
Okay.
So not that one.
Double,
Not that
toil and
one.
trouble bound
No.
The third one.
is trouble bound.
That one.
That is correct.
We said that. I said C.
I
Option C.
know.
And then this one starts going bubble bound.
Well, you said it. That's right.
Bound bubble boil.
Hey, I'm trying to inject some fun in here, guys.
No, it's a lot of. Everyone is having a good time.
I'm laughing.
Oh, do you want any more or no?
Yes. I'm just waiting for Bound by Honor.
Well, now I'm not going to do it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Jeez, Caleb. That was a
Because
free
obviously it's in there. How about, okay, this one's from 1930.
point.
The story of several people on board a ship, but none of them know the reason for being there or where they're going.
Ooh.
Finally, they figure out that they are all dead and face the judgment of the examiner, who arrives to tell them their fate.
Oh shit! You should have saved that one.
This sounds fucking
This
amazing.
sounds like something we should have watched and discussed.
Yeah, I'm surprised I have not seen this. Go
Okay,
on.
is it called Outward Bound, Bound by Fate, or Watership Bound?
What's the first one?
Outward Bound,
Outward Bound.
Bound by Fate, Watership Bound.
Oh, in the 30s, they would call it something like that, Bound by Fate.
Yeah. Sure.
Bound by Fate.
The answer is Outward Bound.
Fuck.
Outward Bound.
That's what I was
1930.
I
going
want to
to
watch that movie
I
right
know,
now.
that sounds
Yeah.
Yeah.
Douglas Fairbanks.
Oh, I like
Oh,
Douglas
shit,
Fairbanks.
okay.
Fairbanks.
All right.
Douglas Fairbanks.
Douglas Fairbanks.
Written by
Joe.
Sutton Vane. Have you ever heard of Sutton Vane? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go down here. A young girl held captive manages to beat her kidnapper, Phil, and successfully unlocks the chain holding her leg and uses it to chain her captor.
Good.
Again, Phil.
Good for you.
Later, she discovers a revolver and a folder containing photos of some girls, along with their names, even her own. She quickly learns that she's not the only victim of Phil. Does she exact her
Fucking
revenge,
Phil.
knowing he is the only one with info to their whereabouts?
Isn't this a Stephen King
No.
jam?
Is it Saw?
You're thinking of Black, was it?
No,
Black
I know
Moon?
it.
Black Phone?
No.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking of. It's not. Nah. No, you're
Okay.
thinking of Gerald's Game. That's the
Yes.
degloving. That's
Oh, Gerald's Game. That was a
Yeah.
great film. Okay.
Hey,
Is this-
Gina, and that's Gina.
That's a
Gina,
great,
yeah.
great book too.
Is this movie called Bound and Chained, Bound by Revenge, or Bound to Vengeance? Bound and Chained, Bound by Revenge, Bound to Vengeance.
Well, I
A or
mean-
A or C. That's what I'm thinking.
Bound to Vengeance.
Okay.
That is correct.
Nice.
Yes.
Very good.
We work well as a team.
Very good, you guys. You're doing good. All right, you want more?
Hit us one
One
more,
more
and then we got
time.
to talk about homework for the week.
Okay, one more time.
One more time.
Bum, bum, bum. Let's give you, let's just do this one, I guess. Civil War Sergeant Hoover went to war to preserve the Union. After being captured by the Confederates and sent to a prisoner of war camp, he understood what it was to be kept against his will. Together with a friend, he escaped and, aided by the slaves, made it to freedom.
Oh,
Is this film called?
Bound by Honor, aka Blood In, Blood Out.
Is this film called Bound by War, Freedom Bound, or Union Bound?
Freedom Bound.
It came out in 2016 and it won Best Film at the North Carolina Film Awards.
Wow, North
Carolina
Carolina.
The
Where's Tommy? Tommy,
Dang.
weigh in on this.
Bound by War, Freedom Bound, Union Bound.
Freedom.
Freedom Bound.
The answer is Union.
Stupid.
Union
Wow,
Bound.
it should be
All right.
freedom.
Sorry, guys.
That shouldn't have won.
Man, we didn't get to go out on a high note.
I know.
You got like.
It's because he
Six-
wouldn't.
We got like
it's because he
27.
wouldn't give me Blood In, Blood Out.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do
I
it.
think
to
we
you,
got, I
Caleb.
think we got
Based
20
on true life experience of poet Jimmy Santiago Baca, the film focuses on stepbrothers Paco and Cruz and their biracial cousin Miklo. And the three are LA East gang members, blah, blah, blah. And you immediately go, oh my God, that's Bound by
I
Honor.
want to hear what you came up with, though.
Oh, I didn't do anything fun for that one, I don't think.
Oh, lame.
I had Bound by Brother, Blood Bound, and Bound by Honor.
All right.
But it was, yeah, Bound by Honor.
My man.
Blood In, Blood Out was the name that we knew it. because all the trailers were blood in, blood out.
Right.
And then they changed it on us.
Right.
Changed it on us.
This is true.
Well, okay. Thank you.
Thank
you for
you.
playing.
Good
Thank you for
job.
Playing. Thank you for playing.
Excellent job.
All right.
Thank you for putting that together.
And good job, Caleb. We got hella points.
You guys did good.
We did all right.
I feel like you guys get the brownie points tonight. Okay, so it is my pick for the upcoming episode.
Okay.
And I have had a lot of trouble deciding what to pick because there's two films equally I can't decide between.
Okay.
So I want you toots, and two Utes to help me figure it out.
Okay.
Okay, one film, this is like a choose your own adventure.
Ooh.
One film will take you to a place of darkness and genre/pop icon actors are in it. But it might not be as good of a film. And then the other one steers us to maybe the other side of the pond in a movie that I've never seen before, but is an iconic VHS cassette tape you saw in all the video stores.
I want that one.
So is it a blind watch? I have no idea how it is.
Yeah, blind.
But, or the other one that is going to be...
And hopefully it'll just...
fun to make fun of.
make Sandra lose her damn mind.
Any of those can make us all lose our minds.
Are they both available for streaming?
For sure. I'm pretty damn sure, yeah.
I'm having a really fun time just doing what you do.
I know.
Because it's like my favorite hobby.
So you know which way Caleb wants to go.
Yeah, I want a blind watch.
Blind watch.
With
And
an
you've seen the other one.
No, with an
Yeah.
with an iconic like VHS cover.
I do like
Which
iconic
probably
VHS
means it's like a
covers.
shitty movie.
Probably.
Yeah, they're both on Tubi.
Okay.
Nice.
I mean,
nice.
worst case.
Worst case.
Blind watch.
Worst case.
I agree. I'm gonna vote Blind Watch.
Okay, Blind Watch.
Blind watch.
The movie is The Lair of the White Worm.
Oh, I've seen that.
Okay.
I've seen that.
I have not seen it.
Yes.
And now
The
it is
Lair
time.
of the White Worm.
Do you remember it well? Like you've seen it
Nope,
recently?
I
or-
sure don't.
Okay.
I rented it back in the VHS
Yep,
days.
I've never. I always just kind of passed over it, but saw it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Saw it there for years.
By the way, Laura voted blind too, so.
Okay. Blind.
So it might as well be. It might as well be Blind. I remember just bits and pieces.
I know like Amanda Donahoe's in it,
Mhm.
but I don't. I've again never
And as
seen it.
the cover where she's
So-
like coming out of a basket.
Yep, iconic.
Hello.
Iconic. Hello.
It's me in a basket.
Look at me. Look at me and my white worm. I assume is what she says.
It's from 1988.
Yay.
Excellent.
I can't say the other choice, Todd, because I'm going to probably pick it next time.
Yeah.
So,
That's right. Hugh
Most
Grant's in
likely.
this movie.
yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
you know what? I didn't rent this. I watched this on SciFi Channel, where I saw so many movies in the 90s and early 2000s.
Okay.
They used to show hella movies on Sci-Fi Channel. It used to be especially on the weekends. It was just movies,
But you
horror
didn't
movies.
watch Farscape.
No, girl, I didn't watch Farscape. I don't know where to find Farscape. Where was that at?
Sci-Fi Channel.
No,
Firescape.
no, I
I
was
have
only
lost
here for
either.
the movies.
Is that Fire Escape or Firescape?
Firescape.
Firescape. All right. Well, I guess that's it. We can wrap this up. Sandra's got places to go.
Places to go. I've
People
got
to
babies
see.
to kiss,
You've got
hands to shake.
Busy bee.
AC to get into.
Yeah, that's mostly
That's
it. Yeah.
mostly it.
Get me out of this
That's it.
basement.
All right.
Thank you, producer Scott. Thank you, Reverend Michael B. thecultshow.com/store. Visit our store. Pod People of the Future. Thank you. Miss Movie Buff Laura. Mindy Horror Movie Addict. Didn't forget you. Tommy Levette. Poppin' the Corn. Spooky Boo Rhodes. 209 Todd. Max Stacks. And Space Face. Thank you very much. We'll see you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good 2 weeks. Have a good 4th of July.
Yeah, be
Red,
safe.
white, and blue.
Be safe.
Woo.
Yeah.